Hey guys, so today we're basically going to do like two videos in this one. So it's basically about like extrapolating data. So you get the company data for the past 3 years, for example, in this case, and then it's going to use that data trend and try to predict like any data you want in like the range of 1 to 2 days later. So if I'm here like today, then I'm going to enter tomorrow's date, and then it should give it's going to give a prediction on what could be the closing price tomorrow for that specific company. But the program's not done yet, so basically it's going to be part of that, and then in the next video I'm going to show the whole thing. So here we go. Okay, so over here you can see another program. So here basically what we're doing is this is the part one of an extrapolation. So basically I'm getting the historical data, and then based on that I can enter the date of like a couple of days later. So today is, for example, 31st of October, so if I enter like 2nd of November, then it's going to give me like a predicted price based on the past trends of how it's been going recently in the closing prices. So when I run this, for example, it's not done yet, but when I run this, then if I enter Apple, for example, and then so today is 31st of October, so I'm going to enter 2nd of November. So then the result I'm getting is that here, so I'm getting like the past trends of 3 years. So today's date and then like 3 years ago. And then here, I'm basically getting like a list of example predicted prices, or like 750 predicted prices that could be happening. And in the next video, I'm going to show like the final result. And so basically what I'm doing here is first I'm importing a lot of things. And so basically so I'm only using right now, so on this one right now, I'm using date time, request, JSON, this relative delta, and pandas. So when I enter company name, so the user needs to enter the name of the company, then which date I want the prediction for, so that's the extrapolation date, so then it enters the date which you want the data for. Then I'm getting the historical data as I've done in the past video. So first I'm getting the URL, then I'm setting a counter over here. So after I'm done with the URL, then I'm setting the counter over here. So now I've gotten the data, and then here I'm instantiating the two variables. So this is the company code and this is the company name. Then for item and data, so here basically this loop is simply to move this counter and see which name which company code corresponds to. So here I'm first parsing them, then I'm making them into lowercase so that both are like lowercase when I compare them. And if it is, then it prints and breaks that, otherwise it continues with the counter, and if it's not found eventually, then it goes here. Then after that I'm getting the current date. So current date is data today, so basically I'm using date time so that I can get today's date. So the program will automatically find today's date. And then 3 years ago, so then I'm using relative delta to subtract 3 years, so then I'm getting the date 3 years ago. Then this is the URL. So here basically I'm simply getting the historical data between 3 years ago and today. And then I'm using Rapid API in this case. And then this API key has to be your own. And then if it was not successful, then it's going to it failed and then exit. And if it is, then it continues, not going into the if condition. Then here I have another counter, so I'm setting another counter to get the specific pieces of data I need for the